Province Homebrew, coming at you with a beer review. Been talking to some friends on a little group on MeWe called Beer Snobs, and one of the guys was talking about red ales. I do love hoppy red ales, that I do, and so I went looking for some, and I found one. Here we go. It's JB Shot First. I love the name. JB Shot First from Novo Brewing. I've met some of the folks over there. They're good people. They make some fantastic beers. They're out of Portland, Oregon, of course. And this one's made with Centennial and Amarillo hops. Now, I've got a friend Mike out there. I'm going to drink this. Yes, it has Centennial hops. Not always the biggest fan of things with Centennial, but Centennial does a good job of bringing out some of those dank qualities sometimes in a beer, which is kind of fun. And so this one, though, this is an Imperial Red Ale, and it's 8% ABV. And I can't remember what the IBUs on there. I think it tells me. I think it was 80 IBUs. Yes, it is. So there you go. Let's go ahead and get this one cracked open. Today is April 14th of 2021, and this was actually canned on February 8th. So we've got a week over 2 months on it. So probably those hop qualities won't be quite as good as they were fresh. You can take a look. It's not completely clear, and it is a good amber red, deeper red, or a deep ruby even in color. It's got just an off-white head on there. Let's get the nose. Oh, I still like the scent on it, though. I mean, what I love about these Imperial Reds, you get a nice little bit of sweetness. Not super sweet, but some sweetness on them generally. And then you get these, like, I always call them more the fall colors or something like that, you know. You get some caramel qualities. Sometimes you'll get some toffees. I've seen things like berry even. Usually some nice earthiness. And this has some nice aromas coming off of it. Amarillo's in there, so you know you're going to get some orange, but the orange with these other qualities makes it smell more like a Spanish marmalade, right? Because marmalade isn't like an orange exactly. You know, it has some of that like bitter quality, and so the mix of those two, that orange and, like I say, the caramel, and there's some earthy quality coming off of it for sure. There was something else though. There's like a red berry kind of a scent coming off of it. The malts are interesting on it. You definitely have those like red malts and kind of a lightly toasted type quality as well on the malts. There's a little more. It's got that orangey, marmalade-y kind of scent. There's maybe like a small hint of like a grapefruit. There's just a little more though of the earthy, slightly floral type scent on it, which I'm kind of digging on. I don't know how rich it's going to be. Probably not going to be the best in terms of all the other stuff with 2 months in terms of hop qualities, but it's just a nice scent. I do love my reds. We're going to dive on in. Cheers. Okay, well, it has that fall, I like to call it the fall leaf quality. It's that earthy quality. The hops aren't popping, but again, 2 months. I was hoping they would pop a little bit more. It still does have just a little bit, but it's hiding more of that marmalade quality. But there's a lot more bitterness on it than I expected. It's not a huge bitterness, but it's there. Along with that earthy quality, kind of builds up on the background. And even though there's some sweetness on this, but because the bitterness, it really kind of tones the whole thing down quite a bit. So it gives you more of that, like I said, that earthy fall, leafy type of quality. And the red berry then is kind of toned down as well. It's almost like it's a partially, fermented berry on there, and I couldn't even tell you what. I'd say that like there's a mix of berry type qualities. It reminds me of hints of like some raspberry more, but almost to a light degree like a cranberry-ish type quality, which is kind of fun. But it would have been a bitter cranberry, like a fresh one. There were no airplanes when I came out here, They always kind of follow me. I don't know what the deal is. So I topped off. Yeah, still, I'm really liking it. As it's warmed up and I've poured more in, the head on this has just really got a nice creamy quality, which I'm just so digging on. And as it's warming up, I'm picking up more of like the bitter type marmalade type quality, which is fun. Yeah, it's just something about that caramel coming off that creamy head that was just a bit all right. Really wonderful. And more of the sweetness is pulling out as it's warmed up as well. This is part of what I really love on the red ales. It's just getting sweeter. It's getting more tasty as I go. The red berry on there is nice, but we're getting more of other hop qualities. The orange marmalade flavors coming out more, like I said. And I almost get a light toffee, which I often do on these types of ales. It's just a style that I thoroughly enjoy. So how are we going to rate this one? Well, we're going to start with our Imperial Red Ales. And in terms of quality, yeah, since I kind of hung in with this beer, it moved up for me. I'm really liking it. I'm going to give this a 90. Well, as I was about to do my overall, jet decided to take off. Overall, I'm only going to drop this a hair. I'm going to give it an 89. This just needed to warm. It's such a tasty little beer. You've got to like the style. Here it is again. It is the JB Shot First by Novo Brewing Company out of Portland, Oregon. The back's kind of interesting. It actually tells you a little bit more. It tells you what hops are in it. And this is Kevin at Clements Homebrew saying, life's too short to drink cheap beer, and I'll see you in the next beer review.